from the CBS Bay Area studios, this is KPIX 5 News.
Well, welcome back. It is 6:29 on this Saturday, August 11th. Good morning. I'm Devin Fehely.
And I'm Julie Watts, and we'll get started this morning with a check of our forecast. We're looking at a pretty nice sunrise over San Francisco, a little hazy sky out there. Certainly a mix of some coastal clouds and a little bit of smoke in the air. 65 in Concord, 57 in Oakland, 65 right now in Livermore. We're at 63 in San Jose. Red flag warning in effect until 11 o'clock on Saturday for the burn zones, the Mendocino and Carr Fire burn zones, because of gusty winds, the mountain ridges and the hilltops there. Certainly low humidity as well. Back here closer to home, we'll see increasing breezy conditions, but sunshine as we move on throughout the day. Your full forecast still ahead. Temperatures are cooling. I'll tell you just how much coming up. Devin?
Now to our top story. We're hearing from the man accused of stealing the plane in Washington state before it crashed. As Jeff Nguyen reports, the Pierce County Sheriff's Department says that man was suicidal.
Take a look at this. The plane appeared to be doing loops and at points flipping upside down.
That is not a
Cell phone
drone.
video
That
captured
a
a Horizon Air turboprop known as a Q400 flyby. Then two F-15 military jets chased after it. Moments later, people in the southern part of Washington's Puget Sound heard what sounded like a bomb.
So I was in their hot tub and we were just hanging out, and then we heard that boom.
This is the aftermath. The passenger plane went down and burst into flames in a wooded area. The Pierce County Sheriff's Department says an airline mechanic stole the plane. This was audio from Broadcastify between the man and the tower at SeaTac Airport.
I got a lot of people that care about me, and it's going to disappoint them to hear that I did this. I would like to apologize to each and every one of them. Just a broken guy, got a few screws loose, I guess. Never really knew it until now.
The Sheriff's Department says the 29-year-old man who took the plane was suicidal. They say he was either doing stunts or did not know how to fly it, which caused the crash.
Right now he's just flying around, and he just needs some help controlling his aircraft.
Very good. Nah, I mean, I don't need that much help. I played some video games before. I would like to figure out how to get this cabin altitude. Like, I know where the box is. I would like to get some, make it pressurized or something so I'm not so lightheaded.
This is the type of plane that was stolen. It's operated by Alaska Airlines. It can carry up to 78 people, but no passengers were on board, only the man who took it. We have learned that the Oregon National Guard F-15C fighter planes were scrambled out of Portland International Airport to intercept the stolen plane. They were given clearance to fire flares, not missiles, and at this point it is unclear if they did that. Right now, all flights have resumed at SeaTac Airport. Jeff Nguyen, CBS News.
Well, back here in the Bay Area, a jury decided that the chemical giant Monsanto should pay $289 million to a former Solano County school groundskeeper who's now dying of cancer. Dwayne Lee Johnson's lawsuit was the first of hundreds of cases filed in state and federal court alleging Monsanto's Roundup weed killer can cause non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and other cancers. Johnson says he frequently used the product while working for the Benicia Unified School District. The jurors in San Francisco reviewed data from both sides and decided Roundup did contribute to Johnson's cancer and that the company should have provided a label warning of the potential health hazards.
I received a lot of support and a lot of thank you and a lot of prayer and a lot of everything, just good energy from a lot of people that I don't even know, and I'm glad to be here to help with this situation.
Now, Johnson was diagnosed back in 2014 when he was 42 years old. Monsanto plans to appeal in an attempt to get the damages reduced, but the company faces more than 5,000 similar lawsuits across the country, and Johnson's case could set a precedent for those. The next trial is set for St. Louis in the fall.
A stunning new development in another Bay Area court case, the Ghost Ship warehouse fire. A judge has rejected a plea deal for the two defendants in that case. Derek Almena and Max Harris face 36 counts each of involuntary manslaughter in the deadly fire in 2016. KPIX 5's dial in on why those two men must now stand trial.
A sense of relief for the victim's family members walking out of the courtroom. They've got what they wanted, a rejection of the plea deal. Some even whispered yes in the courtroom when the judge said Max Harris and Derek Almena are going to trial. Judge James Kramer says he believes Harris is remorseful and accepts his plea deal. But he rejects Almena's plea deal, saying by continuing to think that he's a victim and blame others, that's not acknowledging responsibility or expressing remorse. Because this is a package deal, the judge has to reject the plea bargain and send both defendants to trial.
If they don't want it, to heck with them. We will go to trial. We will show them. We're not here dismayed. We're not overwhelmed. We're not angry. We're not frustrated.
Earlier in the day, Max Harris addressed the victims' families, saying, "I know words are empty. That's why I've turned to faith. I'm deeply sorry. I don't expect forgiveness. I don't ask for that. I'm sorry."
I do see some remorse in him. I do see some remorse of him.
But families say they agree with the judge that Almena took no accountability. Almena told the victims' families about the ghost ship warehouse, "It was never my intention to benefit financially. I am guilty. I am guilty for believing it's safe."
Not at all.
Not at all.
No, he has never been remorseful at all.
Almena's attorney says his client is sincere and has suffered tremendously.
We have mental illness. He's gained 60 pounds. He's been on suicide watch.
The rejected deal would have sentenced Almena to 9 years, Harris 6 years. But now the trial will likely start sometime next year. In Oakland, I'm Don Lynn, KPIX 5.
To our fire watch now, crews continue to battle a wildfire that forced evacuations in Solano County. The 1,000-acre Nelson fire is just 10% contained, but most evacuation orders have now been lifted. The fire is burning in dry, grassy hills. It started in the Paradise Valley area late yesterday afternoon and threatened neighborhoods in Fairfield and Vacaville. Strong winds helped the flames spread quickly in the early stages of this fire. And Bob Minter, a local resident, watched from his backyard as the flames inched closer to his home.
We came out here and started seeing flames probably 300 feet away maybe. So it was just kind of like a wall of fire just sort of creeping this way.
There are still a few small power outages in the area. The cause of the fire is unknown. Several Bay Area fire departments are helping to battle this fire.
Hey, if you're heading to San Francisco this weekend, outside lands will definitely be impacting your ride and all the folks trying to get to and from it. So many street closures are in place and they will remain in place throughout Sunday evening until 11:30 at night. So if you are heading in that direction, all streets inside Golden Gate Park west of Park Presidio and Crossover Drive, those will be closed. And Sunset between Irving and Martin Luther King, that will remain shut down as well. So it's strongly encouraged that you use mass transit. There will be Lyft and Uber drop-off zones set up along Balboa and Fulton. And if you are planning on using Muni, good news, they have beefed up their service and a prepaid shuttle that will be running between the Bill Graham Civic Auditorium and Golden Gate Park. Hope you have a great time.
Well, it's been nearly a decade in the making, and the San Francisco Salesforce Transit Center opens to the public today. From 100,000 square feet of retail space to a nearly 5.5-acre rooftop park, the Salesforce Transit Center is state-of-the-art and will ultimately connect 11 transportation services.
This represents San Francisco at our best. It reflects our commitment to innovation, to transportation.
Now, one mode of transportation that will be missing for at least a decade is high-speed rail. There is only a shell of a train station right now in the basement.
Familiar face was back roaming the sidelines at the Coliseum last night. Raider Nation excited to see John Gruden back, hoping he can help Derek Carr and the team rebound from a rough 2017 season, and a good relationship between the QB and the new coach so far as they open the preseason against the Detroit Lions. First quarter, Carr, he hands it off to Marshawn Lynch, and beast mode breaks through for a 60-yard touchdown score. But wait, rookie Colton Miller gets called for the hold, so this one is coming back. Second quarter, the Raiders up 3-0 now, and backup quarterback Connor Cook comes into the game. He scrambles and then looks for Ryan Switzer for the touchdown. The Raiders win their preseason opener by a final of 16-10. The Oakland A's, winners of 7 of their last 8, taking on the Angels. Top of the first, Chris Davis showing off his power again. He goes yard as the A's jump out to a 3-0 lead. We move on to the bottom of the 6th. The A's lead by 1, but Justin Upton, he changes that as he crushes one to left field for the 2-run shot. The Angels win it by a final of 4-3. Oakland still hanging on to the second wild card spot. And Bruce Bochy wondering when the offense was going to come alive for the Giants, with the Giants losing 5 of their last 6. Well, it didn't take long for San Francisco last night. Bottom of the 3rd, bases loaded. Buster Posey comes up with the single to left, scoring 2. Buster has 4 hits in 4 innings. The Giants get back in the win column as they beat the Pirates by a final of 13-10. And a big day for the Giants today as they retire number 25, worn by Barry Bonds. I'm Andrea Nakano, KPIX 5 Sports.